From the even better version of a McMuffin to the tastiest bakery treat on the menu, these are 15 discontinued McDonald's fast food items that we want back. Arch Deluxe. In 1996, McDonald's introduced the Arch Deluxe, a premium burger aimed at an adult audience. The Arch Deluxe featured a well-seasoned patty on a bun, topped with lettuce, cheese, tomato, and ketchup, along with unique ingredients like a disc of bacon, sliced onions, and a peppery mayonnaise-based sauce. This combination created a tangy, complex flavor that stood apart from the typical McDonald's offerings. Despite a $200 million marketing campaign dubbing it the burger with the grown-up taste, the Arch Deluxe failed to resonate with customers. At the time, people weren't seeking a sophisticated, high-end burger experience from McDonald's. Today, however, such a burger might find success at a casual dining spot or even as a special menu item at McDonald's, appealing to those with more adventurous palates. Cinnamon Melts. Cinnamon Melts were a surprisingly delightful addition to McDonald's breakfast menu. Despite initial skepticism, these warm, gooey treats delivered a flavor and texture that pleasantly exceeded expectations. The soft, fluffy rolls were infused with a rich cinnamon flavor, reminiscent of a freshly baked cinnamon roll. Topped with a light cream cheese icing, Cinnamon Melts provided a comforting, indulgent experience, though some might have wished for a bit more icing to enhance the overall sweetness. While not quite on par with gourmet bakery cinnamon rolls, McDonald's Cinnamon Melts were a convenient and satisfying option for those craving a quick breakfast pastry. Their combination of taste and texture made them a beloved, albeit short-lived, menu item. Fish McBites. Fish McBites were McDonald's attempt to replicate the success of Chicken McNuggets using fried fish. Launched in February 2013 to coincide with the 50th anniversary of the Filet-O-Fish and the Lenten season, Fish McBites were made from the same Alaskan pollock as the iconic fish sandwich. Marketed as a convenient option for parents wanting more fish choices for kids' meals, these bite-sized fish pieces aim to be a handy alternative to the traditional fish sandwich. However, Fish McBites didn't quite catch on, as they were essentially just fish sticks with dipping sauce, offering little advantage over heating up fish sticks at home. Their brief stint on the menu was short-lived, and those who miss them can still get a similar experience by ordering a Filet-O-Fish. Onion Nuggets. Onion Nuggets were a unique offering from McDonald's that debuted in the late 1970s. These bite-sized breaded and fried onion pieces were introduced as a side dish, hoping to capitalize on the popularity of onion rings, but with a distinctive twist. Unlike traditional onion rings, onion nuggets featured chopped onions formed into nugget shapes, providing a convenient and less messy way to enjoy the savory flavor of fried onions. Despite their novelty and initial intrigue, onion nuggets failed to gain a lasting foothold on the McDonald's menu. They were eventually phased out, making way for other, more popular items. Though short-lived, onion nuggets remain a nostalgic memory for those who enjoyed their brief appearance and wish for their return to the menu. Eggs Benedict McMuffin. The Eggs Benedict McMuffin was a creative twist on the classic McDonald's Egg McMuffin, introduced as a limited-time promotion in the summer of 2001. This special menu item was inspired by the traditional Eggs Benedict dish, which features an English muffin topped with a poached egg, ham, and hollandaise sauce. McDonald's version retained the familiar components of an Egg McMuffin, an egg disc, ham, and an English muffin, but added a unique, special breakfast sauce that mimicked the tangy, creamy flavor of hollandaise sauce. Launched in conjunction with Disney's Atlantis: The Lost Empire, the Eggs Benedict McMuffin offered the portability and convenience of a standard McMuffin with the added richness of the special sauce. Despite its appeal and the excitement it generated, the Eggs Benedict McMuffin was retired after the promotional period, leaving fans with fond memories and a desire for its return. McDLT. The McDLT, introduced by McDonald's in the mid-1980s, was a unique burger designed to keep the hot and cold ingredients separate until consumption. This innovative approach involved a double-wide styrofoam box Deluxe, with one compartment for the hot patty and another for the cool lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise. Customers would assemble the two halves just before eating, ensuring the meat stayed hot and the veggies crisp. A memorable ad campaign featuring Jason Alexander highlighted the slogan, "The hot stays hot," and "The cool stays cool," emphasizing the novelty of the packaging. The McDLT provided a delicious mix of temperatures, textures, and flavors, making it a standout item on the menu. However, the McDLT was eventually discontinued due to environmental concerns. The styrofoam packaging, which was essential for its unique feature, was recognized as harmful to the environment, leading McDonald's to phase out the product in response to increasing awareness and pressure from environmental groups. Fried apple pie. McDonald's fried apple pie was a beloved menu item, known for its crispy, flaky crust and warm, gooey apple filling. Introduced in 1968, it quickly became a fan favorite, offering a comforting and indulgent dessert that paired perfectly with a McDonald's meal. Unlike the baked version that replaced it in the early 1990s, the fried apple pie had a unique texture and taste, reminiscent of homemade deep-fried pastries. The decision to switch from fried to baked was primarily driven by health concerns, as the baked version was perceived as a healthier alternative. Despite this change, many fans still reminisce about the original fried apple pie's satisfying crunch and nostalgic flavor. The fried apple pie occasionally makes a comeback in select international markets and special promotions, sparking excitement among those who fondly remember this iconic McDonald's treat. McPizza. McPizza was McDonald's ambitious foray into the pizza market during the 1980s pizza craze. Launched in 1986, McPizza aimed to compete with established pizza chains like Pizza Hut and Domino's. The idea was to expand McDonald's menu beyond burgers and fries, tapping into the growing popularity of pizza. However, the venture quickly faced significant challenges. McDonald's fast service model clashed with the time-intensive process of preparing a quality pizza, which took about 10 minutes. This extended wait time did not sit well with customers accustomed to quick service. Additionally, the preparation required more kitchen space and labor, straining the existing infrastructure. Ultimately, the McPizza's taste and quality didn't measure up to specialized pizza parlors, offering an experience closer to a pre-frozen pizza than a freshly made one. Despite its initial excitement, McPizza was eventually phased out due to its impracticality and inability to meet customer expectations. Grilled chicken sandwich. The McDonald's grilled chicken sandwich was introduced as a healthier alternative to the chain's traditional fried offerings. Featuring a marinated grilled chicken breast topped with lettuce, tomato, and a light mayonnaise-based sauce, it was served on a whole grain bun, catering to health-conscious customers seeking a lighter option. Despite its initial success, McDonald's decided to discontinue the grilled chicken sandwich in 2020. The decision was part of a broader strategy to streamline the menu and improve efficiency. The move aimed to simplify operations and adapt to shifting demands within the fast food industry. Fans of the grilled chicken sandwich continue to reminisce about its well-seasoned, juicy chicken and fresh toppings, hoping for its eventual return to the menu. McJordan. The McJordan was a limited edition burger introduced by McDonald's in 1992, created in collaboration with NBA superstar Michael Jordan. This specialty item featured a quarter-pound beef patty topped with bacon, cheese, onions, pickles, and barbecue sauce, served on a sesame seed bun. Named to celebrate Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls and his influence in the world of sports, the McJordan was part of a promotional campaign tied to the Chicago Bulls' success in the early 90s. Although the burger was popular among fans and basketball enthusiasts, it was discontinued after a brief run. Its legacy lives on among McDonald's aficionados who fondly remember the unique blend of flavors and the excitement surrounding the promotion. The McJordan's combination of savory ingredients and iconic branding made it a standout item in McDonald's history, leaving fans hoping for a potential revival. Spicy Chicken McNuggets. McDonald's. Chicken McNuggets, introduced in 1983, revolutionized fast food with their bite-sized convenience and popularity, setting the standard for chicken nuggets. In response to the spicy chicken sandwich trend, McDonald's launched Spicy Chicken McNuggets in September 2020. This limited-time offering featured the classic McNuggets recipe, but with a kick: tempura-battered nuggets infused with cayenne and chili pepper for added heat. They were paired with a bold, mighty hot sauce, enhancing the spicy experience. The spicy variant quickly gained popularity and was reintroduced for a brief period in February 2021. While the Spicy Chicken McNuggets impressed fans with their fiery twist on a beloved classic, McDonald's has yet to make them a permanent menu item, leaving enthusiasts hopeful for their return. McWrap. In 2006, McDonald's introduced the McWrap, initially launched as the Snack Wrap. Priced affordably at just over $1, this simple meal featured a flour tortilla wrapped around a chicken strip, shredded cheddar cheese, lettuce, and ranch dressing. It was created as a quick, convenient option and quickly expanded to include variations like honey mustard, chipotle BBQ, and salsa rosa. Despite its popularity, the McWrap line began to phase out in 2016 and was fully discontinued by 2019. The primary reason for its removal was the added preparation time for steaming tortillas, which caused delays in drive-through service and negatively impacted revenues. While fans have petitioned for its return, McDonald's has not reinstated the McWrap, leaving enthusiasts to recreate the wrap at home with similar ingredients. The Big and Tasty. The Big and Tasty, introduced by McDonald's in the late 1990s, was a straightforwardly named yet substantial burger meant to rival Burger King's Whopper. Featuring a large peppery beef patty topped with lettuce, tomato, cheese, pickles, ketchup, and mayonnaise, it aimed to offer a hearty and flavorful alternative to McDonald's existing offerings. Its design also echoed the defunct McDLT, with an emphasis on a generous pile of fresh vegetables. Marketed as a great value, especially when featured on the dollar menu, the Big and Tasty gained popularity for its satisfying taste and size. However, the sandwich was discontinued by McDonald's in 2011. Despite its removal, it remains a nostalgic favorite, with fans petitioning for its return. Chicken tenders. McDonald's chicken tenders, introduced in the mid-1980s, were a notable addition to the fast food chain's menu, aiming to offer a versatile and appealing option for chicken lovers. These crispy, breaded strips of chicken were designed to provide a simple yet flavorful alternative to the popular Chicken McNuggets. Unlike nuggets, chicken tenders featured a larger whole piece of chicken breast meat, seasoned and fried to a golden brown. They were often paired with a variety of dipping sauces, making them a customizable and kid-friendly choice. Despite their initial success and fan following, McDonald's phased out chicken tenders in the early 2000s as the focus shifted to other menu items. Their departure has left a gap for many who fondly remember the tender, juicy strips as a satisfying and convenient fast food option. McLean Deluxe. The McLean Deluxe was McDonald's attempt to cater to health-conscious consumers in the 1990s. Launched in 1995, this burger was designed to be a lower-fat alternative to the traditional McDonald's fare. It featured a specially formulated beef patty that was made with a blend of 25% lean beef and 75% water, along with seasonings and other ingredients to maintain flavor. The burger was served with all the classic toppings: lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, and mayonnaise on a sesame seed bun. Despite the innovative approach, the McLean Deluxe faced criticism for its taste and texture, with some finding the patty too dry and lacking in flavor. McDonald's discontinued the McLean Deluxe in 1997, and it remains a notable example of the fast food industry's early efforts to offer healthier options. Those were 15 discontinued McDonald's food items that we want back. If you enjoyed today's video, consider subscribing to the channel for more adventures into nostalgia to come.